We sparred and it was good. He was, what I said about him to Spencer, like just last night, I said he reminded me of a Mike McCallum where he tried to break you down, and he was big and strong.
This is Jonathan Agger, fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Ashley Theophane here at Treasure Boxing Club. Last time I saw you properly was in Vegas when you were down the gym, the top ranked gym.
With Devin Haney. Yeah, I went down to see Devin, you know, because he was training for, I think he was doing the rematch. Yeah. And just seeing him on pads and doing his stuff. So it was great, man, to see him just chat with the guys, because we sparred 7 years ago, so his pops was still showing me some love and stuff, saying it was a good spar and that. So yeah, man, it's beautiful to see a lot of these young guys that I was around just doing their thing now. So I always love to see, like, when kids become young men and then they just come through and they're shining, you know.
Yeah, and on that day, it was pretty much reported that Spence and Crawford was going to happen and things like that. It never happened, and now it is going to happen. Yeah. What's your thoughts now it's signed? It's
a great fight. I'm going to be there, you know, from when I saw it was going to go down, I was like, this fight is big, you know what I mean? Since, like, Manny and Floyd, it's a very big fight, so I want to be there to see it. I know Spence, I've sparred with Spence, I've spoke with Bud, you know, I've met him, you know, he was very kind to me, like when we met, so it's going to be a great fight. It's a 50-50 fight. I don't know, there's views where you can see both men are going to win, so I'm kind of, you could pick anyone and you're not wrong, but I do like the attitude Spence. He seems like he believes he's going to win, but Bud believes he's going to win as well. So it's going to be a great fight, hence I want to be there, you know, I'm going to go.
Now, like you said, you sparred Errol Spence all those years back. I didn't actually realise the Mayweather channel actually posted that video, if you remember, on YouTube. So if I just got it up here, I just wondered if you could sort of talk through the fans how you found the experience and what you remember from it, and how much of, sort of, if you hold that, and how much you remember of the spars.
Remember of the spar, so he was going to fight that week, the fight week of Floyd's fight. And they wanted him to get a last sparring, because I was sparring there. And he had been sparring with Floyd, like that camp. Yeah. And they asked me to spar because I was in the gym. So we sparred. We sparred, and it was good. He was, what I said about him to Spencer, like just last night, I said he reminded me of a Mike McCallum where he tried to break you down, and he was big and strong, but I was just trying to work on my defense because he's bigger than me. So I just tried to work on my defense and just move around, just pick some shots, just here and there. So I done all right, because they wanted to spar with me 2 days later, they asked to spar me again. Then he came back again. I think it was the Monday of the fight. And then, you know, he done his thing again. You know, he's big and strong. He's very... So this is what I'm saying. This is 10 years ago that we sparred.
Is it strange looking at back at all? Or does it bring back memories? Or
you know what?
You as fighters, you spar every day in loads of different fights.
Yeah, you know, those days, man, I sparred everyone there, because 2013, I had lost the British title the year before. So I had gone to Vegas to join the money team. Yeah. And so I had sparred with everyone over like 3 months. I was sparring with all the world champions, like all the top contenders and that. I even sparred with Sean Porter, like within that same time. So I was sparring with everyone. And then and I was doing my thing, so hence they signed me. But I knew going back then, I even done a tweet, like straight after we sparred, this man's going to be world champion, like 10 years ago. So it's weird, when he fought Kell Brook, like I believed he was going to beat Kell Brook and stuff. So it's great to see where he is now in the sport, man. It's beautiful.
And just one last one, did anything particularly surprise you all those years back? You said he'd become world champion, but did anything shock you when you're in the ring with it?
What I thought, he was very good at what I saw with Floyd as well. If he surprised a lot, because I didn't know him back then 10 years ago. I know he was in the US team and all this, but when he sparred Floyd, he done very well. And then they wanted him to spar me. I was like, oh man, I already seen this guy put in work. So he was just measured. The way his distancing is very good. The way he uses his jab, he goes downstairs, he tries to trap you. And this is 10 years ago. So moving on, he's improved so much. You know, so but also I've heard that, you know, that Crawford is very good, but I've actually been in the ring with Spence, so I know he's very, very good, like very good. So it's just great to see these guys be stars now, because that's what I'm saying. I met with Crawford, I think a year after that. Then Crawford, he came up to me and we spoke and stuff. So they've both showed me love and respect. So it's all good. I hope the best man wins.
And you know, do you think Spence has changed particularly since like the car accident and the eye injury? Do you think it's affected him at all?
It must have. You don't go in a crash like that where you could have lost your life. But he's come back. He's got some good wins, and it hasn't it hasn't slowed him down in what he does. So yeah, that's when sometimes if you don't believe in God, that's when you have to say there is a God, because how is he still here and he's able to do that? So yeah, that's why we have to just thank that we're alive this every day, because just one day anything could go down and we're not here. So he's here now, he's blessed, and he's going to go into the biggest fight of his life now.
Just final one, you've been retired a few years now.
Yeah.
I remember you said you sometimes miss sort of the game and stuff. Would you ever be tempted for a final fight, even you know, even one of these exhibitions, or is that you sort of done?
Exhibitions is cool. Like I would do those because I exercise just every day. But to come back as a real pro, it's not in it for me. You have to have drive, determination, fight. Even the fight, my last fight I actually had, I hadn't fought for 14 months before that. So I was basically retired in 2019. But because I was starting my gym and it was the perfect time to promote my gym, I came back for one last fight, and I wanted to fight back home again. Yeah. So I used that time to, in all the interviews, promote my gym, and all of that time just get some money for my gym. So I'm done. Like that was my last fight. To have my last fight at home was a nice way to cool it off. And yeah, I haven't really got, if you see me fight, you never know with us boxers, you never know. But I'm doing great in my new gig now as the boss of TBC, and it's doing so great, and it's moving like so fast. You can't concentrate for like 2 to 3 months to fight. Yeah. When 2 to 3 months here is a lot of work that I have to do.
Well, there you have it. I'll leave a link in the description to the gym. And Ashley, appreciate your time. Catch up soon.
Thank you very much.